heading into Week 8, Tampa Bay is sitting at 3-4. Is it too soon to say that this game, Thursday Night Football against the Ravens, is a make-or-break game for this Tampa Bay team? Make or break.
Well, Jamie, like you just said, the standings say he's fine. It's like there's no threat. But if you lose this game, we're into the unknown with Brady. We've never really been here, ever. What I mean by that is, so since 2003, Tom Brady has lost 2 in a row, as he has now, 13 times. Here's what happens the next week. 13-0, 31 points, 28-7. It doesn't happen. Oh my gosh, the sky is falling, the Brady thing is over, the run has been vanquished, it's done. And then he always comes and just cleans house and everything's fine, let's just get right, Control-Alt-Delete. Do you have any confidence that's going to happen on Thursday night? Because if he loses this game, that is 3 losses in a row, that is 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6.
With the 1 win being the Grady Jarrett play game.
Which I think has an asterisk, because the Falcons had all the momentum, and I truly think they would have won that game. So, fine, it's football. 5 out of 6. And again, guys, the band is the same. We are not waiting for Mike Evans to return from injury. We got Godwin, we got Fournette, we got Devin White, we got Vea. The band's still the same. So I need 2 things to happen this week, and certainly if they lose. 1, Todd Bowles needs to be questioned thoroughly and directly, because it all changed when he left. Last year, Uncle Bruce got him in the playoffs. They're making this crazy comeback against the eventual Super Bowl champions, and everybody respects Todd Bowles, and so no one wants to say, Todd, what the hell? The team's terrible under you. Got to do that. 2, we have to question Brady's role in getting Todd Bowles that job, which I still think was pertinent. And 3, I keep seeing it, guys. Gronk's not coming back, okay? Sometimes people say it as a joke, and then I've seen actual journalists say, what they really need is Rob Gronkowski on the field and in the locker room. I took a little journey this morning to Rob Gronkowski's Instagram. You know what he's doing in his life right now? The first picture is him in an apron in a kitchen saying, I'm gonna make the cookie Gronkster, kids. The second one is him and Shaq hanging out debating who has more commercials. I don't think he wants to come back and block Jason Pierre-Paul and Calais Campbell for a crappy team because Tommy needs him. That ain't happening. So we're into the unknown if they lose this one, Peter, but I don't think Gronk putting back on the pads is going to rescue the team.
He's not watching Justin Houston tape right now?
He's not. No.
He's not trying to prepare?
No, he's probably watching the Nickelodeon tape.
Might be.
Real.
That might be, and not even slime time.
No.
I look at this Bucs team, and it is make or break. And I know you're saying the same thing you're saying. In the standings, they're still like in good position to make a playoff run. And then once you get to January, who wants to? The mojo is gone. And I watched that Carolina game, and there was nothing. I know Mike Evans drops that pass, and everyone says, well, if he catches, he didn't catch that pass. He catches that pass in another year, in another season, maybe. But there is absolutely no running game either. So. You know, just how bad is this running game? I was asking our research and producer, Rich Goldberg. Guys.
1970.
This is historically, right now, the worst rushing team in NFL history since we started the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's hard to watch this graphic because it's so little on the bottom.
Yeah.
Buccaneers right now, 64.4 rushing yards per game. If the season were to end, they would be statistically the worst rushing team in the history of the sport. The worst.
Ever.
The worst. Ever. I can't express this enough, how important that is. When you don't have a running game, it means that 3rd down is 3rd and 8 as opposed to 3rd and 2. It means that on 4th and 1, you have to do a pitch play to Leonard Fournette, and everyone knows in the building you're not converting it. This is historically the worst rushing team in the game's history. That's wild, wild stuff. So to me, it's not Brady needs to have a pep talk or, you know, the defense needs to tighten it up. No, a seismic change has to happen to the philosophy of the offense, to the way this team is blocking, to the way this team... You can't win games being historically the worst running team. It puts too much pressure on your passing game, and it also puts too much pressure on a quarterback who can't run. All right, we love when Brady does something like out of the pocket, and we laugh and we put it on social media, and it's like hilarious. But like, Brady isn't Lamar.
He's 10-3 when he does those clips, and it's funny. For context, Peter, you put up to 2,000 Chargers. That is a Ryan Leaf Chargers team. Our friend Ryan Leaf, but like they weren't going anywhere. It's just bad.
Historically, can I see the graphic one more time?
Bring it up.
I hate to hammer it home, but like,
bring it up.
This is the stuff that we're not talking about when we're talking about the Buccaneers. What's wrong? And we look at like the offensive line has issues, and yeah, they do. It's a collective thing. This means they don't trust the run either. They're not even trying. They had 3 rushing yards against the Chiefs in a game this year. 3. So I mean, you can look at Brady and his 45 and his marriage and whatever you want to talk about. If you don't run the ball, you're not winning football games. So something has to change, and there needs to be a very deliberate attempt tomorrow against a good Ravens front that, like, we need to at least try to establish to run the ball.
Without a doubt, because when you watch him, Brady is still throwing the ball well. It's not like he's out there and you're like, oh, well, Father Time, he looks bad. Yes, he's throwing the rock. He's accurate. He's got the pass to Mike Evans was a dime. Overall, like you just said, as a team, they just look bad. There's drop passes on defense. There's a guy in and out of their gap in the run game, and then they're exploited. There's somebody blowing a coverage on any given play. So there's just breakdowns throughout the entire team, and it's very hard to put your finger on it because you said Byron Leftwich, and they have to come up maybe with some exotic plays. And as I'm watching them, they're running the same plays they've ran since Brady's been there. Defenses aren't doing anything special. Carolina was playing man-to-man. Guys aren't open. It just looks very bad. But like you guys both mentioned, they're still the top of their division.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the division is very weak. Very weak.
True.
So there's no reason to think as you look at that, and I know it looks very bland, it's Buccaneers at 3-4, Falcons at 3-4, and all of those teams have their own issues in itself. The Falcons is probably the only team we're not talking about adversity, different things, quarterbacks in the Saints, who's it going to be? For the Panthers, they just fired their head coach, traded their best player away. So, no, it's not make or break because whether they win or lose this game, when they wake up on Friday, they're still going to be still fighting for that division, and it's still going to be wide open. So I don't know where the answers are going to come from, but as I look through that division, I don't know who's going to be at the top and who's going to take over.
Mm-hmm.
The beauty of questions like this is like you can look at the numbers and try to pull them into your answer and manipulate your answer in a way that implies that like I'm right when I say it this way. So one could say that like, oh, on a short week, Tom Brady is like really good and he's going to figure this out. In fact, he's so good that when Tom Brady plays on a Sunday in his career and then has to go back, play on a Thursday, he's 10-1. Okay, rah-rah, Siskamba, like Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're going to play Thursday night against the Ravens and they're going to beat them because Tom Brady is so good.
It is good.
But then you go a little deeper and you're like, well, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this season are only averaging 17 points per game, 26th in the NFL compared to last year at this time. They were 3rd in the league. Yeah. My goodness, what a drop off. So pick your poison however you want to twist this scenario, but make it or break it to me. This is a break it situation because it's not about this game. It's not about this division. Regardless, win or loss, this feels like wholesale issues with the Buccaneers team that let's say congratulations, you are crowned the champion of the NFC South this season. I just don't see that going anywhere in the first weekend in January, the second weekend in January, when you have to see somebody and you have to face somebody that has it figured out at the end of October in Week 8 a little bit more than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do right now. But like, I hope you go 11-1 on Thursday Night Football, Tom.
He might.
He might.
If we let them hang around, then he might get into the wild card. Can we bring up Peter's full screen one more time? I want to manipulate the stats just right? one more time, and then Mike Garafolo is sitting by. Just let me see the full screen one more time.
Like,
Peter
how can we
did
make it look good?
Jason did it.
Yeah.
Jamie had her own. Give me the full screen just one more time, because Peter, you talked about. All right, so 2000 Chargers. That's Ryan Leaf. The 2000 Browns, the same year. There's a Tim Couch team. I mean, you know who the center was on that team?
Sean O'Hara.
Sean O'Hara! O'Hara!
Best rushing team ever.
Sean O'Hara! He's going to be in the chair tomorrow. Sean, you're linked again to Tom Brady in the most infamous of ways, in the worst rushing teams of all time. I love you, Sean, but we need to address that. I had to get to it. I'm sure Gail.
So good.
Football life, Sean O'Hara.
Sean O'Hara. Mom, the meatloaf!
Oh, my God. All right.